Okay, guys, not really a nice time for crypto market, right? This is fucking obnoxious. Crazy things are happening, and our market has been completely wrecked in the previous 3 days altogether, guys. We are seeing this kind of selling that we have never seen before. I've never seen this kind of shit before in my life, guys. I've been trading these crypto assets for 6 years now, but I've never seen this kind of dumping in the market back to back, straight up, guys. But we'll keep the pep talks to the coming videos, and I'm going to be jumping straight into the technical side of things for this video, guys. We'll talk about the dollar index, we'll talk about Bitcoin, and one key obvious area of interest right here, we'll talk about Ethereum, and we'll talk about ETH BTC, which is kind of cancelling out a lot of bullish bias on altcoins as well, right? I mean, no shit, guys, but let's simply jump into the dollar index right here. Coming from the monthly time frame itself, guys, you can see that the dollar index is looking very, very bullish right here. And this was a simple back test towards the breakout that we had out of this entire range, which was under formulation for almost 8 years, guys. Now we can talk about this entire range extending all the way towards March of 2015 itself, and we kind of breaking out of this range, which means that yes, the dollar is supposed to be looking very, very strong in the market, although USDT is not really doing, guys. Massacre has been happening in the market, right? But essentially the stable coins have a different working mechanism altogether, which is why we're not talking about stable coins. But essentially your dollar as a currency, as a world reserve currency, is looking strong right here, guys. This is a simple tide shifting towards, let's just say, safety. All the investors are jumping back into safety, guys, and this is clearly visible on the Bitcoin's price action, Ethereum's price action, and crazy altcoins also simply dumping down. So until the posture on the monthly time frame for dollar index is like this, RSI is above 60. Look, guys, liquidity will be completely sucked in by the dollar itself, and let's just say, guys, the stability will be preferred in the coming days, right? And even on the daily time frame, you can see that the RSI is simply strengthful, and we are simply grinding against this entire key zone right here above freaking 100, guys. We are above 100 reads on Dixie itself, which means that yes, this is something which we have never seen in a very, very long time, guys. So essentially, until this trend is continuing to the upside, flight towards the safety is something which is going to be preferred by most of the market participants, even in indices, guys. Crypto markets are, well, let's just say, not really in a priority basis right here, but essentially the flight towards safety is kind of real, guys. Now let's jump into Bitcoin coming from the weekly time frame, and you can see this freaking red line, which has been pointing out the bottom for, let's just say, the previous two bear markets have been the 200 simple on the weekly time frame, guys. This is the key area of interest right here, which is coming in at your $22,000 regions, and we can reinforce this fact right here with the help of various moving averages and some DA hocus focus, guys. We're going to be talking about this little shit right here on the daily time frame, which is called the Bitcoin golden ratio Fibonacci. The thing is that this is the bearish cross which you were talking about, which happened across the $47,000 regions, and it did grind against this entire trend line for a very long time. Honestly, guys, this was very painful right here, but honestly, I'm not going to lie, and I think you can replay the previous videos. I was talking about how I am getting fucking conscious about my Bitcoin holdings, guys, so I simply started hedging my Bitcoin spot exposure as well. Now honestly, I just don't do that, guys. I've never done that before, simply hedging my Bitcoin exposure in the market, because all I've been doing for the previous 6 years was simply accumulating Bitcoin. More and more Bitcoin in my wallet seems to be a good thing for me as well. But essentially, as soon as we started losing this channel to the downside, I started hedging my spot BTC exposure as well. And as of now, guys, I'm looking to get back. I'm simply going to be flipping my entire collateral back into BTC right at $23,000 to $22,000 regions. Hell, guys, I think I'm going to be starting to scale back into Bitcoin, because honestly, we got multiple things right here. But let's just talk about a very obvious fact as well. The 618 retracement is right here, guys. We're talking about the 618 levels being at your $27,000 regions, which was right below this price point at $30,000 flat, guys. So I do believe that Bitcoin in the coming days, in the near future itself, will come and retest these levels of liquidity. And if we get rejected at $30,000 once again, that would mean that, man, oh man, nothing is going to stop Bitcoin from capitulating all the way down towards the lower band itself. Now, guys, this indicator is available for free once again. Bitcoin golden ratio Fibonacci. All of these white lines are simple extensions. They are simple Fibonacci extensions on the basis of your 111, the gray moving average, and the orange moving average, which is your 350 simple moving average as well. Both of them are Fibonacci numbers, and all of these moving averages are simple extension based on these two moving averages, guys. So honestly, it kind of feels like this is completely abracadabra, hocus pocus, but guys, this is what is working out, right? All the bearish crosses that we have had between the 350 and the 111 moving average has led into catastrophic moves happening all across the crypto market, guys. Now I think the price action right here, this entire distribution which is happening right here, can be compared to what was happening back in September 2014 itself, guys. The thing is that the catalyst for this entire breakdown was your Mt. Gox hack. The catalyst, however, right here in these kind of landscape, is your fucking stable coins being attacked, guys. This is insane. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not looking forward to USDC also going to shit. But if that happens, that's simply gonna hurt a lot of my equity as well, guys. But let's just hope that doesn't happen. I do hope that USDC has good amount of collaterals and reserves to back up their one-on-one US dollar pegging. But guys, whatever happened with USD was kind of supposed to happen, guys. People were simply borrowing against Luna, converting that into USD, supplying that into Anchor, borrowing once again, converting into Luna, converting into USD, supplying into Anchor once again, and that loop was kind of going on, guys. And people were fucking highly leveraged in terms of their stable coin exposure as well. And well, when the bubble burst, I think it's going to hurt everybody, whoever is going to be exposed to any kind of Ponzi scheme. Like, guys, I mean, it's pretty much clear Luna was a complete Ponzi scheme, guys. Fucking Ponzi scheme. It took 1 week to wipe out that entire price range in one single weekly candle, guys. That was mad, right? We're touching on Luna's chart as well. But essentially, guys, back on BTC right here, let's see what happens when we kind of retest the $28,000 regions. For the time being, we are simply proceeding towards $23,000 to $22,000 regions, guys. Although I do believe we can kind of extend this wick down all the way towards the previous all-time high retest at $18,000 or $20,000 flat as well. That is the key area of interest, guys. That is something which I'm looking forward to as well, big time. If you see Bitcoin going below $20,000, I think you should simply close your eyes and kind of get a bag for yourself. Try to buy Bitcoin below $20,000, guys. I think it's going to be a multi-generational steal if you really see Bitcoin going below $20,000. But does that mean that Bitcoin won't go below 20K anymore? Guys, it can happen. The thing is that if USDT starts collapsing in the market, nothing can stop crypto assets to simply go to, I don't know, abyss, guys. Some levels that are quite haunting, honestly, right? But let's just say that most likely USDT has good amount of stablecoin reserves for that entire one-on-one peg to be backed up by. So which is why, guys, let's see what happens in the coming days. But until the price action is kind of rolling down all the way towards 20K, I think it's going to be a big fat buying opportunity in the macro side of things altogether, guys. Let's talk about one last thing before we jump into Ethereum, because that is something which we'll also talk about in this video. This is going to be the bear pennant targets down all the way towards 20K, guys. This is the previous all-time high right here. So if you talk about a major move coming from this entire bear pennant, the resolution is having your good looking targets at $20,500 regions altogether. But once again, that's going to be the retest of the previous all-time high. Let's see what happens there, guys. Although RSI is super massively oversold, guys, that doesn't mean it won't go down from these levels. But essentially, RSI is looking at some crazy levels on the 3-day time frame as well. We have not seen RSI being like this in a very long time, guys. Okay, with that said, let's talk about Ethereum, which is looking like absolute garbage, guys. The only reason why we are looking at this accelerated move to the downside of the weekly on Ethereum itself is because the BTC pair is also losing its shit, guys. Not looking nice. And honestly, let's talk about the 6-month extension where Bitcoin is already at. For Ethereum, this was at 1900 regions, and well, the price action is simply looking like whatever Bitcoin is trying to do in the market altogether. The deep retracement points, although, are at your $1,000 regions, guys. I do believe that the max pain for Ethereum would be right underneath $1,000, guys. But essentially, is that going to happen? It could probably happen, guys. With Bitcoin retesting the previous all-time high, most likely Ethereum would replicate the same shit, guys. But essentially, I do believe that we're going to be stabilizing around $1,500 regions altogether, and this is also going to be a good looking buying opportunity in the long time frame, guys. If you're talking about just buying Ethereum and locking it up for the coming 10 years, 1,500 per Ethereum is a steal fucking deal, guys. Now the thing is that looking by this week, judging by the weekly candle right here, this is huge, guys. Huge fucking rejection candle. 30% drawdown in one single weekly candle. I mean, essentially, this one could accelerate all the way down towards the 200 weekly simple as well, which is your deep retracement points. But I do believe that, guys, anything below 1,500 on Ethereum is going to be a big buying opportunity in the macro time frame, in the bigger time frames altogether, right? Now let's talk about this entire bear pennant, or let's just say, guys, this was an ascending triangle right here. This has a good looking target down all the way towards the 200 weekly, which is going to be your 1200 1100 regions on Ethereum altogether, guys. So let's just say the bear pennant targets for Bitcoin is lying at 20,000, and the bear pennant targets for, okay, this one is not a bear pennant right here, but essentially you can talk about this entire price action also being a bear pennant. The good looking targets for Ethereum's bear pennant resolution is also coming at your 200 simple on the weekly time frame, guys. So let's just see what happens right here. I think it's going to be a steal deal if we see Ethereum at $1,100 regions altogether. Until then, guys, staying on cash, staying on I can't even say stable coins anymore, holy fucking crap. But essentially I think staying on cash is something which is going to be a better thing to be done in these kind of landscapes. Okay, with that said, let's talk about ETH BTC on the monthly right here, which is not looking nice, guys. The monthly time frame is, however, losing momentum to the downside, and this is also a squeeze grind resolution that could simply carry on forward down all the way towards your 5 million Satoshi regions, something that we were kind of entertaining, guys. But the thing is that the 3-day is kind of resolving bearishly, right? I mean, it's not confirmed as of now, but look, this 3-day candle is not looking that nice, guys, honestly. I mean, for me personally, I had my altcoin against BTC risk management below 6.9 million Satoshis per Ethereum, guys. We did obliterate this level to the downside, and we decisively did that, guys. So we could have a retest all the way towards 6.9 million Satoshis, but essentially I feel, or I believe, look, guys, my opinion would not really matter in the market. Ultimately the price action is going to be defining most of the trends, but essentially if we go back all the way towards 7 million Satoshis per Ethereum, it's going to be a rejection. It's going to be a big fat rejection that is going to be pulling the price action down further all the way towards 5 million Satoshis, guys. The 5 million Satoshi target, however, is coming from this entire channel's resolution, guys. That is going to be, well, sad news for altcoin hodlers as well, guys. The thing is that the best thing that you can do right now is probably situate yourself into cash, day trade the market. The market is full of bearish opportunities, guys. Bitcoin puts and Ethereum puts and Solana, XRP, Matic, BNB puts are doing like 1000% in a day, guys. If you know option trading, sign up to Delta Exchange using the referral link down in the description, guys. You will get some discounts, right? And essentially, if Ethereum rolls all the way towards 5 million Satoshis, I do believe that that price target could be aligning with the 200 simple moving average as well on the weekly time frame, guys. Okay, with that said, stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading crazy amount of videos, guys. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got, let's say, we'll discuss stable coins as well. We'll try to figure out whether the USDT reserves are on par with what they're talking about being pegged onto 1-on-1 ratio in terms of the dollar holdings or not. That is something which we'll do in the coming videos. Until then, guys, stay put and be vigilant in the market. The market is pretty unforgiving as of now, right? With that said, I'll catch all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.